Hello, grade 11 STEM. Happy New Year, everyone. So, welcome to another class of calculus. We are now starting the basic calculus. I know we don't have enough time to finish the pre-calculus, so I think you need to search. Okay, you need to research about the other topics that includes in pre-calculus. Okay, now let's start our class in the basic calculus. This is your first topic. I will now share my screen. Okay, this one. Oops, sorry. Okay, so we have here the first one as evaluating limits. Okay, so we have here evaluating limits through tables of values. Okay, so when we say limits, wait, I will just para makapag-share ako ng screen and also okay. Now, when was the limits? What is that one? Hmm? Okay, asan yung aking pen? Okay, ayan. When was the limits? From the word itself, limits. Okay, so this one is the maximum. Okay, maximum number or the minimum number. Okay, from the word itself, limit, ito yung pinaka-last. Ito yung pinaka-limit. Ito yung pinaka-maximum, ito yung pinaka-minimum. Those are the limits. Okay, now, how can we um, differentiate this one into the other topics in mathematics? Okay, when do we say limits? Of course, this one is in basic calculus, right? Now, when we say calculus, this is about um, how to solve things that are changing. Okay, when we say calculus, it's about changing or changes. Okay, so to understand calculus, let us know first what is a limit. Okay, let us know limit with these examples. And then later on, we will tackle about this one more. The first one is we have when you ride the car, do you notice its speed? Siyempre hindi. Siyempre hindi, di ba? Kasi nagbabago-bago siya. So that is hindi possible. Correct? So if you notice, kung mananotice mo man siya, maya-maya, in a second, iiba na naman siya. It's because you are riding a car or you are driving it. So hindi mo mananotice. Right? That's one. That's one clue. Usually, we get the average speed of the car for a certain duration like 1 hour or 1 minute. That's right, correct? Pwede natin siyang isolve through algebra. Gaano siya kabilis sa isang minuto, sa isang oras. We can do that one. But when we say not the same, what is your limit? What is your maximum? What's your minimum na takbo bawat segundo, okay, or bawat time that you are checking your speedometer or speed meter, I should say, hindi mo mananotice kung anong exact na takbo. Correct? That's one. To answer these questions, we need to know the concept of limits. Okay? In particular, we will talk about limits of functions. Sabi ko kanina, when we say limits, ayan, pag sinabing limits, this is the maximum and the minimum. Yun yung pinaka, tawag dito, pinaka-synonym ng limits. Tama? Okay, for example, uh, let us relate this one into a real life situation. Ano ba yung limit na yan? For example, your mom says, your limit is only this time. Kung lalabas sa bubarkada. Ha? And then your mom said, okay, ang limit mo lang is 10 p.m. Kung wala ka pa ng 10 p.m., malalagot ka na. Tama? So your limit is 10 p.m. That is the best example for limit. That is for the application in real life. So, hindi mo makakalculate kung nag-enjoy ka ng ganyan, hindi mo siya makakalculate kung allergies na ba, allergies na ba. No, right? So, that is about limits. You must know your limits. Okay? So in particular, we will talk about limits of functions. Still, we will relate this one into functions. But, as I said a while ago, kapag sinabing algebra, or the x squared, or sumaganyan, okay, when we say algebra, this is about exact. Di ba? Meron tayong answer palagi. Meron tayong answer na exact. That is for algebra. Okay? For example, what is the value of x? We have x plus 1 equals 2. So we can say that x is equal to 1. Correct? So that is algebra. But in limits, we will change those. It's because we don't know what will happen next. Kumbaga, it changes every time. So we will calculate, or we will, the right word is estimate. Okay? Hindi natin kukunin yung exact na answer, but we will do estimation. Okay? That is about limits. So define the limit of a function, define one-sided limits, define infinite limits, estimate the limit of a function using tables of values. Okay, so all of these we need to answer, or we need to know. Okay? Yeah, so let's start the class with this one. Is it correct to say that we can only get an estimate? Yeah, no word na estimate. Estimate. Ayan. Ang estimate na yan. Okay? So is it correct to say that we can only get an estimate of a limit? Why do you say so? Ibig sabihin ba, we cannot solve for its maximum. We cannot solve for its minimum. Kapag sinabi lang na limit. Sabi ko kanina, when we say limits, this is the maximum and minimum. So, kahit, sabi dito, whatever the case, we need to know the limit. Okay, so ano yung mga steps na kukunin natin to find that limit? Okay, of a function. Of course, we will solve later. So the answer here is either yes or no. Okay, either yes or no. So it's tricky. Let us investigate what happens to the values of the linear function f of x equals x plus 4 as x approaches 2. What is the meaning of this? What is the meaning of this one? Ano ibig sabihin ng x approaches 2? X approaches 2. So ibig sabihin, we will not use 2 in solving. Okay? Yun ibig sabihin niya x approaches 2. So, ano yung mga numbers na malapit sa 2? Okay, ano yung mga numbers malapit sa 2? Pwede mong sabihin 1.9. This is near to 2. Correct? Pwede mong sabihin 1.99. This is also approaching 2. You can also say 1.999. Okay? Kasi na hindi pwedeng gamitin si 2. Okay? As the value of x. Sabi dito, x approaches 2 only. Okay? So we can use these numbers na alam mong malapit sa 2. Okay? Paano naman yung malapit dito sa side? Okay? Kung andito yung 2 sa gitna, we have numbers that are near here. And these are the numbers. How about the other side? Of course, we also have numbers here. 2.01. 2.0001. 2.000001. 2.00000001. Still approaching 2. Tama? So, either sides, dapat makuha natin yung mga numbers na nandyan. Okay? Para makuha natin yung pinaka-limit. Okay, so we need to know what are the numbers that are near to this number na nasa gitna. Okay, and also we have the left side and the right side, so you must know the numbers here and you must know the numbers here. Okay, kuha. Okay, good. So we need to know that one. Kunin ko lang tong mga to. Okay. Ayan. So from the left of 2, yung dito kanina, if this one is 2, so meron tayong numbers dito, may numbers dito. So start with the left side first. So we have 1.9, 1.950, 1.990, 1.995, 1.999 until we reach the ano tawag dito, yung pinakamalapit na pinakamalapit sa 2. Okay? So we can use those numbers. On the right side, we have 2.1, 2.05, 2.01, 2.005, 2.001, 2.00001 until doon tayo sa pinakamalapit na pinakamalapit sa 2. Okay, we can use those numbers. Now, since we have these numbers, let us solve for the value of f of x. Ano yung x? Ano yung f of x kasi? When we say f of x, this is also y. Correct? This is also y. So, y ang mga yan. So, ano yung given kanina? Our given is x plus 4. So, if I will put here x plus 4, so what will be the answer? What will be the answer here? Of course, we will solve. Okay? So, these are the answers. So, on the left, from the left side, ito yung mga sagot natin. Okay? Ayan. If we have an x that is approaching 2, which is 1.9, so we will put 1.9 doon sa x. Okay? And then this one, okay, so we will change that one to 1.9, so it will become 1.900 plus 4. Okay, para mag-plus ng decimal. See, we will just align its decimal point. So maging 4 sa taas dyan and then 0, 0, 0. If we will plus them, this will become 5.900. So we have 5.900. Okay? And then we will also need to get these answers. Kung mapapansin nyo, the answer is 5.9, 5.950, 5.990, 5.995, 5.990. So, if you will think, what will be the nearest number or what will be the limit or the maximum or the minimum number that we can get? Since we have 5.999, maging 5.9999999 yan. So, we can approach or we can find the limit as 6. Correct? So in this part, the limit is 6. How about on the right side? Let's see the right side. Okay? Let's see the right side. I will erase this one first. Okay? The right side, we have here the first number or the first value of x is 2.1. Okay? So we have here 2.1. We have the function as x plus 4. Okay? So I will put 2.1 here. 2.100 plus 4.000. Again, align the decimal point, and then we will plus them. So we have 6.100. That's why we got this one. Okay, so we have 6.100, and then see the other answers. 6.050, 6.01, so it's getting smaller. Correct? It's getting smaller. So, lumilit na siya. So, kapag lumiit pa yung answer dyan, for example, your number is 2.0000001, your answer will be 6.0000001. And kapag lumiit pa yan, the maximum will be, or the minimum I should say, kasi papaliit yan eh. So, the minimum would be also 6. So, if we will answer the question, oops, sorry. And if we will answer the question, f of x, x plus 4, where x is approaches 2, so the limit will be 6. Okay? We say that the limit of f of x as x approaches 2 is 6. So in symbols, limit, lim, this one, lim, is short for limit, and then x, this sign is approaches. Okay, approach, approaches 2, okay, of x plus 4 equals 6. So that is how we can find the limit using table of values. So you need to think first, what are the numbers that pwede kong gamitin x na malapit sa given na number. And then, after that one, of course, you need to find the values of y para makuha mo yung maximum from the left and yung minimum from the right. That is what we call limits. Okay? That is about limits. Now, let's try more examples. Go on. Okay. Yeah. So this will be the mathematical formula for limit. So we have suppose the function of f(x) defined when x is near c. If f of x gets closer to L from both sides as x gets closer to c, then we say that the limit of f of x as x approaches c is equal to L. Again, if you got, or if you have in mind the numbers or the values of x that is near to c, tandaan na, near or approaches c. Approaches c. So if this one is c, so you need to think the numbers here. Okay? So this is the left side. And ito yung pinaka-maximum and the pinaka-minimum. So this will be the limit. The limit. Okay? And then you need to also think for numbers that is near doon sa C, pero papaliit naman siya. Papunta sa C. Okay? Papunta sa C. Ito ng papalaki, papunta sa C, papaliit, papunta sa C. And then, solve for Y. If you solve for Y, yung number na makukuha sa gitna, that will be the L or the limit. Okay? So, that is for lesson for today. But now, for you to answer the activity, hindi ko na papahirapan, ano? I will not give you an activity na you need to find all, okay, the table of values. So I will share you the shortcut on how to find the limits. Okay, let us tawag dito. Share ko yung screen ng kaibigan ko. Okay? Sabi niya, stop sharing first. Then my friend will... Ayan. So this is my friend's whiteboard. Diba? Okay. So, kanina, we have an example of sabihin natin. This one. Limit x approaching 2 of x plus 4 equals L. So we need to find this, correct? So we need to find that one. And to solve for that one, yung ginawa ni una is to find the values of each x na malapit sa 2. Correct? But now, I will show the shortcut. Since x is approaching 2, we can use 2 as x. Okay? That's the easiest one. So we can use 2 as x. So if we will put that one, 2 plus 4 is equal to 6. So this will be the limit. Okay? Easy. Okay? Another one is we have here. So another one we have here. For example, I will give you something. Okay, this one number 2. Limit of x squared 2x plus 4, okay, and x approaching -1. So what will be the limit? Okay, as you can see here, so we can change excess here as -1. Okay, so I can put here -1 squared plus 2 -1 plus 4 equals blank. Okay, that will be the limit. And then we have here -1 squared is 1. Wait. And so -1 squared will be 1. 2 times -1 is -2 plus 4. And just solve for it. 1 minus 2, -1 plus 4, that will be 3. So the limit is 3. Okay? As simple as that. But of course, you need to do an activity with a table of values, and the others are just find it just like this. Okay? So I will send your activity in your queue. Okay, so these are some examples. So we have the next one. Okay. And so estimate the limit of the quadratic function g of x is equal to x squared minus 6x plus 14 as x approaches 4 using tables of values. Okay, so since we need to solve this one using values or table of values, okay, so we need to create a table. We have the left and the right, correct? So we have the left side and the right side. Okay. That's the first. The second. So, kailangan lang natin ay yung numbers na malapit sa, what is our clue? 4. So, bago mag 4 and then after 4 na malapit sa 4. Is that clear? Okay, so we have here, for example, I will choose for the left side. Ang left side is papataas, correct? So we need to have numbers. So the last number will be 3.99, for example. And we have another one, maybe 3.89. And this one is maybe 3.79. Okay, I said you need to think of your own. It's because this one is you. You're the one to think. Okay? So you need to think about numbers that is near to 4. Then for the right side, papaliit naman siya. So I will choose here yung pinakamalapit natin is 4.001. And I will choose here 4.01 and 4.1. Okay? So papalapit na siya na papalapit. And then after that one, let us now solve for the value of y. Okay? So these are the x and these are the f of x. Okay, this one, g of x, I should say. So this one is g of x. Okay, again x and then g of x. So let us see what will be the limit. Let's see the limit, the answer here. We will put our answer here later. Okay, now let's start to uh, solve for this one. Let us first solve for 3.79. And so 3.79, we need to substitute all the values of x as 3.79. So I will take a photo of this one first. Okay. Then saan na siya? Teka lang ha. Something happened here. Ayan. So we have here, if we will solve that one, memorize natin yung kan ha. Ilalagay ko siya sa isang stop sharing first. So we have our given was g of x equals g of x squared and x squared, saan na yun? Minus 6x plus 14. Okay? And our first x, yung pinakamalapit na lang kunin natin, that is 3.99 for the left side. And for the right side, we have 4.001. Yan. So, ito na lang yung piliin natin. Okay. Let's do that one. Let's start here first. The left side. Okay, we have x, so 3.99 squared minus 6 multiplied by 3.99, and then plus 14. Okay, so what will be 3.99? 3.99 squared. Okay, that will be 15.9201 minus 3.99 multiplied by 6. That will be 23.94 plus 14. Okay, so let us solve for the 115.201 minus 23.94 plus 14. And we have the answer 5.0. 0.9801, which is nearest to what number? 6. Okay, so malapit siya 6. Let's build this one is left, so we will go up, right? Okay, now for the right side, it will go down. Now let's try this one. So all the excess will be changed to 4.001. Okay, I will use green for this one. So we have 4.001 squared minus 6 times 4.001 plus 14. Okay, let's solve for that one. So we have 4.001 squared equals. Okay, so we have, it's too long, 16.008001 minus 6 multiplied by 4.001, and that will be 24.006 plus 14. Okay, now let us plus those, or let us solve for that one. We have 16.008001 minus 24.006 plus 14, and we have the answer 6.002001. Since we are on the right side, so we need to move down. Okay, so if we will move down, the nearest number is also 6. So we have the answer. We have the answer here on this board. I'll write it here. So we have the g of x, which is x is approaching, what is this one? 4. Okay, so we have x squared minus 6x plus 14 equals, the limit will be 6. So this will be our final answer. This is how you can do identifying the limit using the table of values. Okay, so let's see if you're correct. I will share screen. Okay, so I'll share my screen here. So we have this problem, so we need to check. Our answer is 6. So we will check, and yes, we are correct. So the answer is 6. Okay, another one. Estimate the limit of the function g of x equals 5x plus 8 as x approaches 1 using table of values still. Okay, another one. I will share our whiteboard. I'll stop sharing this one first. Again, 5x plus 8. Okay, I'll stop sharing. Then let us, okay, using our, so we have g of x. We have x. Wait. Let us erase. Okay, this one. So we have the limit x approaching 1 if we have g of x equals, what is our given? G of x 5x plus 8. Okay. Now let us create another set of table of values. We have the left and the right, so we have here left and then right. So para mas madali na lang natin gawin, gawa na lang tayo ng tig-dalawa para medyo mas madali siyang kunin. Okay, yan, dalawa lang po. And then, we need to choose numbers that is near to 1. So from left side, we can say 0.99 and 0.90. For example, 0.9. And for the right side is going down, so we can say 1.01 and 1.1. It's still near to 1. Okay, now let us solve for each of the y values of those tables. Let's start with the left side. So right here, left side. Okay, so we have 5 multiplied by the first x, which is 0.9 plus 8. And 0.9 times 5 is 0.45. So we have 0.45 plus 8, that will be 8.45. So we have 8.45 here. And then if we have 0.99, so we have 5, 0.99 plus 8. What is 0.99 multiplied by 5? We have the answer 4.95 plus 8. Okay, so we have 12.95. Wait, I think we have a error there. If we have 0.9 multiplied by 5, okay. So this must be okay, so this must be the 4.5. Ayusin ko lang to saglit. Okay. So we have your 12.5. So 12.5 and 12.95. Okay, so since we are going to the left side or papalapit doon sa maximum or the limit, so 12.95, this number is nearest to 30. Okay, that's for the left side. How about the right side? So we have here, I'll just another color for the right side. Okay, so for the right side, we have 5 multiplied by 1.1 plus 8. So we have here 5.5 plus 8, and then we have 13.5. Excuse me. Oh, okay, good. And then the second one, which is 1.01, so we have 5 multiplied by 1.01 plus 8. So we have 5 multiplied by 1.01, we have 5.05 plus 8, and if we will add them, the sum will be 13.05. Okay, so we have the answers here that we have 13.5 and 13.05. Since we're going to the right side, so papaatras siya. Okay, so the next number before 13.05 is also 13. Okay, so the limit of g of x is equal to 5x plus 8, which x approaches 1 is equivalent to 13. So that will be our answer using table of values. Okay. Now, for the shortcut one, I will also show you 2 examples for the shortcut one, okay, without using table of values. Okay. We'll erase this one first. Ayan, erase lang natin siya ganyan. Erase, 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 erase. Yeah, naghang siya konti. Okay, good. Now, for example, we have here limit x approaching -2 of f of x is equal to 3x minus 5, for example. Okay, so we need to find the limit of this one. So what would the limit? So since we are going to use a shortcut way, so we will just change x into -2. Okay, we'll just red pen to show you how to do it. So we have here f of x, we have 3, x will become -2 minus 5. So we have 3 times -2 will be -6 minus 5, and -6 minus 5 is equal to -11. So as easy as that. So we have here the answer, -11. That will be the maximum or the minimum. Okay, number 2. Limit of g of x is equal to 5x squared plus 3x over wait, what is this one? Over, paano ko lang tayo ng fraction? 4, for example. Okay, so we have here, we will just change this one into this one. I forgot the limit. X approaches 2. Okay, so we have here, we will just change x into 2. So we have 5 multiplied by 2 squared plus 3 over times 2 over 4. So we have the answer, 2 squared, that will be 4, plus 3 times 2, it will be 6 over 4. Next, 5 times 4, that will be 20. Okay, plus 6 over 4. And for the last step, we have here 20 plus 6 will be 26 over 4. If you will divide them, you have an answer that a mixed number. Yes, your answer is a mixed number. So we have here 26, that is 4, 6, 6 and 1/2. Check your answer if you're correct. So my answer is 6 and 1/2. So the maximum or the minimum or what we call the limit is 6 and 1/2. Why 6 and 1/2? For those who didn't get it, so we have for 26 divided by 4, and of course we have 6 and 24. So we have 2. 2 will be our numerator, and 4 will be our denominator. So 2 over 4, if you simplify that one, we have 1/2. So we have 6 and 1/2. Okay, so that is the introduction of limits. And again, I will send your activity in QSA. So answer that one, and then you can pass that one until Saturday. Okay, see you again next Saturday. Bye.